to the next week.
Glory to God. Thank you, Jesus.
I thank God because when I came up into Greater Faith Road Center Ministry on Magnolia Street, was Greater Faith at the time, I was 97 pounds, soaking wet. My daughter is so skinny, I used to wear her clothes. Y'all see my daughter come up in here. And from being hungry, eating peanut butter out of a jar for 2 months straight, no bread, no crackers, I mean just on a spoon.
Yes.
For 2 months.
Glory to God.
I couldn't call my kids and ask them for anything, you know, because they know what they know I was doing something, but they just didn't know what I was doing.
Yes.
They didn't even want to come to my house. When they used to come, they used to blow the horn and have me come downstairs to get, you know, stuff that I needed. And
Thank you, Lord.
it's about you, Lord, not about me.
Bless the Lord.
I got in some trouble, got in the car with an undercover cop. Ended up going to Niantic for drugs, trying to sell bike. He was trying to buy him. I was trying to get his money and go about my business. It ain't work that way. I went to Niantic for maybe 3-4 days. I can't remember. And started going to church up in there. I met this lady. Her name was Petway. And I went to her and I said, I want to go home. She said, I'm going to tell you like this. It's not time yet, but give it 2 more days. All right. So when I went back to church, I was still coming to Hartford to go to court. So I went in front of this guy, Judge Simone. I'll never forget him. And I said to him, he said, if you lie to me, I'm going to give you a year up in Niantic. He said, have you ever been arrested? You ever been on probation? Are you on parole? Do you have any cases pending? I said, no, Your Honor. He said, but you know what? It's something about you. I'm going to send you up there so you can see what it's like. And I'm like, I don't want to go up there, but you know, I did the wrong thing, so I had to go do what I had to do. So he said, I'm going to send you up there, and I'm going to, you know, check everything out that you have said to me. So when I went back in front of him, he said, most girls come up in here lying to me, but I can't pinpoint it. It's just something about you. I don't know what it is, but you don't supposed to be here. So went back in front of him. Then he gonna tell me, he said, you the first girl came in front of me and not lied to me. He said, but I'm gonna send you back. And when you come back, I'm gonna make up make my decision for you. So I went back in front of him. My bond was $10,000 cash. And I told my daughter, I called her, I said, Ebony, tell boss, come get me. I said, never mind. She came to visit me one time. I said, Ebony, tell boss, don't come get me. I want to sit. Maybe that's where I needed to be at that time. But I said, I'm not ready to go. So the next day, everybody went back to court. I went back to court. He said, I'm going to tell you something, Judge Simone. He said, get out of my courtroom. I don't want to ever see you back here again. You don't belong here. This is not the type, the things that you're supposed to be doing. Judge Simone said this to me. I'm like, what is he talking about? So I walked out. I didn't pay no fine. I didn't pay the fee. He let me go. And when he said, don't come back in front of me, I was so scared. Because the woman was up in there older than my mother, doing life, doing jail time. Some was in there for murder. Some did the same thing I do, but was doing, you know what I'm saying? But when I saw them, I said, Lord, if you get me out of this, I'll never come back here again. I haven't been back in trouble. That was my first time being arrested. I haven't been back in trouble from that date to this. That was in 2004 when I got clean and sober on my grandson's birthday, Jeremiah, November the 15th. It's 7 years for me now, and I haven't looked back. And I thank God for He keeping me. Like I said, I used to get high and I used to be in my room and something used to be on the back of me just pulling me. And I used to turn around, but nothing was there. Nothing was there. I'm like, what is this? Keep just pulling me, just pulling me, just pulling me. And I'm looking around, my room door closed. nobody in the room but me, but something just had my clothes just pulling.
Presence of Jesus.
Then I laid down. This was a couple of nights later. I laid down. My kids was little, then they was asleep, you know? Well, not real little, but they were asleep. And I'm in the kitchen, getting high, doing my thing. They sleep. And I don't know where the voice came from, but I heard the voice said, if you do it one more time, you gonna die. I didn't pay attention to the voice. I went back and got me another one. You know, then I started going to the clubs, partying and dancing. And just from Thursdays to Sundays. Didn't have no money in my pocket, but I just waited till I see somebody good looking going there because I used to dress like that. You know? And I used to go to, you want a drink? Sure. I wanted a drink. But I'm telling you, I've been through so much. But God keep keeping me.
Yes.
He keep keeping me. Even my family wanted me to fall. You know, but I still come. Even when I come, Mommy, you go to church so much. What you doing in church? What so, you know, why you going? Even my grandkids asking me, Mommy, why you going to church so much? I said, if you only knew
Come on now.
what I knew and what God has done for me, you will be up in there too.
Thank you, Jesus.
You know, they be saying, Mom, we going here, we going there. I say, yeah, y'all do that stuff. But I have church that night. I can't miss church.
Come on now.
You know, one night they went somewhere, I caught the bus here. From my house, I caught the bus here.
Glory to God.
But I thank God because He keep allowing me to come through those doors.
Yes.
Even when my son passed, everybody like, why you going to church? Why you going to church? No, I know what's going to keep me through this.
Yes.
I know that He's going to
Yes.
make me strong and give me strength.
Amen.
You know, that's why I thank God I'm still here. I'm still alive. And I used to dance at the club. I used to dance at the club, now I can dance for Jesus.
Amen.
And He only give this to me. You know, and I just thank God. That's my testimony. Y'all can pray my strength in the Lord. Amen.